नमस्कार आणि येवकार ह्या खासा कार्यावळीत आमच्या बरोबर आसा बॅडमिंटन खेळाचे लेजंड श्री प्रकाश पाडुकोण आणि हो म्हज्या खातीर पर्सनली एक फॅन बॉय मोमेंटूय जावन आसा. आमी ल्हानपणांतल्यान गोंयांत बॅडमिंटन खेळपाक शिकतात, आमकां घरचेच बॅडमिंटन शिकयतात आणि गोंयांत बॅडमिंटन एक असो कल्चरूच आसा आणि त्याच प्रमाणे आमी टीव्हीर पळयतात. तेन्ना आमच्या मुखार आसतात ते खेळगडे आनी जेन्ना हांव ल्हान आशिल्लो आनी बॅडमिंटन पळयतालो तेन्ना प्रकाश सराच्यो गेमी पळयतना खूब बरें दिसता. गोवा बॅडमिंटन असोसिएशनान प्रकाश सरांच्या पाडुकोन स्कूल ऑफ बॅडमिंटना कडेन कोलॅबोरेशन केलां. सो ह्या कोलॅबोरेशनांतल्यान जातलें कितें तें म्हळ्यार मुखार जे आमचे गोंयचे खेळगडे म्हणया नाका, ल्हान भुरगे म्हणया, तांकां बॅडमिंटन बऱ्या भशेन कशें खेळप हाजें ट्रेनींग मेळपाचें आसा. आनी म्हाका दिसता हो गोंयच्या बॅडमिंटन मळार एक सामको इतिहासीक खीण. पयलें म्हळ्यार प्रकाश सर तुमचें हांव स्वागत करता गोंयांत. आनी हें इतिहासीक अशें पावल आसा जें आमच्या गोंय बॅडमिंटन संघटनेन मारलां तें पळोवन आमकां सगळ्यांक बरें दिसलां. बॅडमिंटन मोग्याक खेळा मोग्याक म्हणया आनी एक लेजंड आमच्या गोंयांत आयला. तुमकां कशें दिसता गोंयांत येवन?
सगळ्यांक नमस्कारो. मगल कोंकणी चिक्के विंगड आसा, परंतु हांगा गोवा येवन खुशी जाली बरीची. Goa Badminton Association and Padukone School of Badminton have tied up a partnership and to create an ecosystem here to produce players and to spread the game of badminton amongst the grassroots schools, panchayat level, district level. So that is the intention. So I think just today we've signed a memorandum of understanding with the Goa Badminton Association. So the idea is to start from grassroots level and increase the number of players playing the sport, and then depending on their interest, select few more players and take them to the next higher levels.
Yeah.
So this we plan to do by exchange programs, sending our coaches and the Goan coaches coming to our center for upgrading their skills. Our coaches will come and upgrade the skills of the PE teachers, school teachers here, so that they can teach the basics to the school children. So that's the idea to begin with.
How important is it to learn badminton in the right way at that age of probably 7 or 8-year-olds that you're going to take under your umbrella?
Yeah. I think right age would be, at least for badminton, I think I would say about 6 or 7. And I think learning, not just learning badminton the right way, learning any sport the right way is very important, to know the fundamentals correctly. That makes the job easier for the coaches later on. It's like, when you learn alphabets, then you start making words, then sentences, then you write essays. So the foundation is very important in any sport. So it is in badminton. But unfortunately, we've not had structured programs at the grassroots level other than the SAI programs, which are the SAI coaches who do the 1.5 year course. But they are very few in numbers, and you don't need such long 18 months of coach education to teach at the grassroots level. So Padukone School of Badminton, we have our own curriculum. We've developed our own curriculum with the help of on the lines of the World Badminton Federation curriculum, something similar but more suited to India. So I think that is our speciality, where there is no minimum that you should have played minimum state level or district level to appear for this. If you have played badminton, you can join the program. So this way we have already trained both online and offline more than 1,000 coaches. We have about 75 centers, 125 coaches on our rolls. So I think our expertise, we plan to share with Goa Badminton Association and try and create an ecosystem, which will encompass everything, players, coaches, technical officials, events. So that's and probably culminating in a academy itself, maybe 2 to 3 years from now, when the Goa Badminton Association, hopefully in their individual capacity, private capacity, or as an association, when they have their own stadium, have an academy where the Goan players need not go out after they reach a certain level, so that's the aim. So let's see how it transpires.
Absolutely. I mean, I must also praise the Goa Badminton Association for putting their thoughts together and coming up with such an elaborate program. They deserve a big hand. As being a Goan, I've seen the way they have worked and they have organized tournaments very, very regularly.
Yeah.
And were you impressed as well with the
very
thought
absolutely.
process?
In fact, I was a little surprised, because when we met Praveen Shenoy, the honorary secretary of GBA, he already had prepared and he knew what he wanted. So right from he had a very detailed, he had already prepared. So it was very easy for us because whatever they wanted, we were already doing it. More of the grassroots level, coach education, then organizing events, proper structure, then exchange programs. So we are already doing that across. So in fact, this is the first state association we are tying up with, who have sought the help of professionals to they have their own strengths, we have our own strengths. So combined, together, I think we can really create a good ecosystem, a good program, which hopefully the other state associations can also follow. Right now, I think we have a detailed plan on paper. It needs to be executed. Of course, I keep mentioning availability of funds is important.
Yes.
So it will be a team effort. It will not be Goa Badminton Association. We need the help of Sports Authority of Goa also. Then the state government has also promised help. We just met the Chief Minister and he's promised whatever help is required in terms of infrastructure. And they hopefully they'll be able to raise some funds through sponsorships, through CSR funding, because funding is also very important to to develop a program because you cannot expect all the coaches and players to spend money on their own. So I think that's where for people who have reached certain level, also to provide the basic equipment at the for all schools and panchayat level and gram panchayat level, you need funds. So I think they have promised to take care of that, and we come in as the technical partners, to provide all technical help. I personally believe that we have the knowledge and the capability to deliver what is required for them. So the very first meeting, so I think they knew what they wanted, we knew what we can offer. So it didn't take much to convince each other.
Oh, I think it's destiny.
Yeah.
Goa's destiny.
Yes.
Coming to Goa, Goa has its advantages and disadvantages being a very small state.
Yeah.
Like advantages is less logistical challenges, and disadvantages like a very limited talent pool.
Yeah.
And over the years, we have seen that our players have been playing regularly, but they have not been able to improve their level because nobody is around to push them as such. So on this particular aspect of how Goa shapes up for your...
So I think that is what we are trying to change. So I think the new Goa Badminton Association, the committee which has taken over there, they really they know what they want, and they are prepared to spend. I think they are working in a very professional way. So it's no good if you only have ideas. You need to implement, and I think being corporates, so they also know that they can, if they try to do it themselves, they only have limited scope. So the best is to bring in external parties who have the expertise, who have the knowledge. So I think we both of us, mainly Goa Badminton Association and the Padukone School of Badminton, have our own strengths, which combined together, I think we can come up with a good program to to increase the awareness and increase the popularity of the sport, and over the next 3 to 5 years make badminton in Goa a very popular sport. It's already popular, but make it even more popular.
Absolutely. I mean, quality, and I mean, when you get quantity at the base of the pyramid, I'm sure there would be quality at the top.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So we are focusing initially on the grassroots, and hopefully, when the number of players playing at the grassroots increases, automatically, the number of players coming to the top will also increase gradually and over a period of time.
Over the recent past, over the last decade or so, we have seen that corporate is involving a lot in terms of funding the sports activities or funding the sports field as such. So with sports being such a big aspect of nation building as well, when a brand, I mean, when a legend like Prakash Padukone school gets involved, it's an example that's being set here for other big stars as well to do bit in whichever sport wherever there's lots of potential in India. I'm sure lots can be done. So
Yeah.
on this aspect, how do you feel about the overall development of sports culture in the country and being a greater power in the Olympics in the years to come?
Yeah, I think corporate support definitely increasing. People have realized, sport can be played not just to become champions, but good for overall health. Has a lot of plus points. Things which you learn off the court, off the field, also helps later on in life. So I think corporates are. I think next 10 years going forward, more and more corporates will will spend a lot of money on on sports, health, fitness. So that's very evident. So I think the main thing is to have a good program to convince the corporate. You need to have a very good program, and they have to be convinced that the money which if at all they give will be used for the right purpose. That is probably not happening in Indian sports right now. The federations maybe are not equipped. Some of them are, but a lot of them are not fully equipped to even prepare a good program, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year program. So that is where they need to take the help of professionals, because they have limited knowledge. They have administrative knowledge, but technical knowledge, how to build a system, how to build an ecosystem right from the grassroots level, identification of talent, coach education. Then once you identify the talent, what do you do next? So a gradual identification and then monitoring. So that is, I think, very important. At the right stage, the children have to be sent to the next level, those who are progressing. So it needs continuous, it needs a lot of knowledge. It's a different attribute by itself, which not many people have. People who played sport, people who have been involved in sport, they know. So so that way, I think I'm happy that more and more corporates are spending money on sports, and hopefully that will continue and help in the faster growth of Indian sports. Because we cannot be, for years together, we cannot be depending only on the government support to encourage sport. We need more corporate support as well.
We can talk for hours and hours together with Prakash sir, but he has had a very hectic day, and I would finish this interview by asking you, there's a lot of effort that is being put in to create awareness on what you eat right India, a lot of initiatives. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been very focused on advising about eating right and the ill effects of a lot of stuff. And so how do we make it a point to create that impact, like as a sports journalist or whichever media is concerned, and a lot of other initiatives? What do you feel is missing? Because a lot of people are not paying attention. Probably the schools are also, they have canteens which are selling the junk food. Do you have a message and some advice for the schools and stakeholders in the nation building process?
No, I think nutrition is an important part, and sports nutrition in particular. But I think that will come at a later stage once they take up the sport professionally. Initially, of course, one should try to eat healthy food. But once you decide to take up the sport professionally, then I think you need to take the help of sports nutritionists. Sports has become very scientific now. Apart from the coach, you have a big team of physios, trainers, video analysts, sports nutritionists, mental trainers. So these are all at advanced stage. So sports nutrition going forward, once they become professionals, also plays an important part. And until then, I think my advice for the children would be to eat healthy. Of course, junk food once in a while, once a week or something is okay, but not on a daily basis.
Yes. Sir, thank you very much for giving your time.
Sure,
for
not
this
at all. My
short
pleasure. Thank you so
interaction.
much. Sure.
I'm so
Yeah, sure. Thank
so
you.
happy, delighted to have met you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we wish all the best for this endeavor of Goa Badminton Association and Padukone School of Badminton. And that with that we end this program. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.